Teresa Carter, the local tourist.
I'm DJ Boogeyman of Mixmasters.
I'm Steve Biaset with Sway Chicago.
And you're watching The Sauce.
Yeah, you are. Hey everyone, I'm JenChicago, your host of The Sauce. I caught Steve, Teresa, and Martin at the end of the night after Cupid's Love Shack party at the Joint. And boy, did we have a good time. That party was a perfect example of how much fun we Chicagoans can have, even though it's cold and snowy in February. You know, I like to think we Chicagoans put the cool in cold, you know what I'm saying? So last Thursday, I felt like a princess all night, starting with the black tie event, First Look for Charity at the Chicago Auto Show. This was my first auto show ever, and I never really thought about what a great way it is to see so many vehicles all in one spot. The girls and I got all dressed up and played fancy while sitting in Escalades and staring at big monster trucks. The auto show will be at McCormick Place until the 21st, but you can bring your sneakers instead of your heels. You can check out my video highlights of the Chicago Auto Show at JenChicago.com. Hanging out after the auto show with guest service guru Marty Malarkey put me at the right place at the right time. Yep, I slid right into the NBC party going down at the Chicago Firehouse. The place was crawling with people who were interesting, charismatic, and genial. I even got to hang out with the president of NBC, good old Larry Wirt, for a few chuckles, and though I'm not usually one to brag, I only find it relevant to mention that Larry did happen to say that he's seen The Sauce, and if he were the president of, say, the Travel Channel instead of NBC, I would be doing the hula in Hawaii on camera right now. Okay, he didn't say that last part exactly, but he did say I'm good, and I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. Then I snagged a pic with Pete McMurray and Katie Keough from 24/7 Chicago. And though I've done a little guest hosting on their show, I had never met either of them in person. Both very nice. Meeting Katie was definitely one of the highlights of the night because her playfulness and generosity was both encouraging and inspiring. I asked her to be my friend. She said yes. We're making plans to lunch. And that's just how I roll. But there was no time to revel in my delight of Thursday because Friday was Cupid's Love Shack party at the Joint. And you know how we gals like to wait until the last minute, right? Michelle and I totally ransacked Party City only about 2 hours before the party. And then Karen came over and helped us decorate. I don't know how we did it, but somehow it all came together. I think Paul and the guys at the Joint had a lot to do with that. The food was amazing. Both of our food sponsors totally outdid themselves. La Scarola bought 5 huge pans of meals. I asked Armando to provide appetizers and he brings like a 12-course dinner feast. I'm not complaining. Funny thing is that we thought we'd be eating La Scarola and cupcakes for weeks. No, too good. Stan even cried a little tear at the end of the night because there weren't any leftovers. Wells and Halstead, I'm telling ya. Omar of Dessert Concepts brought it too. 300 mini cupcakes that I can only describe as a heavenly cupcake version of a super fresh mini ding dong. They're so good. And by the end of the night, there were none of those to be found either. Granted, I pocketed about 5 to go, but it was only because I was going to show y'all how cute they were and all the yummy, gooey, delicious filling inside. But then the next morning, I woke up hungry and I ate them, so you guys, so much fun came out of the party. I'm not even gonna try to squeeze it all into the sauce, okay? I'm creating a whole separate video just for that. Dakota, Steve, Kenny sang, we danced, we ate, we raffled, we played. I asked a bunch of people on camera what they love and got so many cute and funny answers. The video is gonna be very sweet. I should have it up by Friday at JenChicago.com and thejointchicago.com. Saturday was even more fun with parties and candy and harmless mischief. And it led up to the perfect lazy Sunday for Valentine's Day. I decided to take a few hours and do something for myself. Something that I'd been wanting to do but hadn't quite gotten around to it yet. So I settled on a drop-in improv class at Second City. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed the experience of not knowing what I'm gonna do next and watching other people grapple with the same. There were all types of newbies in the 20-person class, and I came away thinking, it's a great thing for everyone to try at least once. Stepping out of your comfort zone is fun. Trust me. You can drop into class every Sunday for $10. Go on. You can do it. We Are the World 25 came out this past week, and I believe it's just as moving and beautiful as the first.
We are the world. We are the children. So let's start giving. Let's start giving.
Find the link to the full version of that video on my site. And remember, we can still donate $10 to the Red Cross by texting Haiti to 90999. It only took me about 5 seconds, and I even got a sweet little thank you message back. Well, there's never a dull moment in Chicago, and this week is no exception. Thursday, February 18th, the Adler Planetarium hosts Adler After Dark. For $15, you get to experience everything the museum has to offer, including the star shows. Plus, you're surrounded by a 21-plus crowd, which is good since both floors are decked out with cash bars, music, and lots of eye candy. Then Friday, February 19th, kicks off Chicago's Restaurant Week, which has been so popular, it's now been extended. It ends February the 28th. This is your chance to check out delicious prix-fixe menus created by some of Chicago's top chefs at restaurants throughout the city. And it's all at discount prices. There are over 160 participating restaurants, and I, for one, am going to eat at all of them in one night. Okay, maybe that's a little too man versus food, but it is a great time to support local businesses that sometimes struggle during these cold winter months. Stuffing your face is the new black, at least until February 28th. And once you delight your taste buds at Restaurant Week, you'll make the rest of your body happy by getting out to Chicago Winter Dance at Millennium Park. There are tons of weekend activities like ice skating lessons, late night dance parties, which sounds slightly precarious, which is exactly why I want to do it. If you're not quite as adventuresome, you can still party on land with lessons and dancing at the J. Pritzker Pavilion stage. Doesn't that sound like fun? What would you pay for this kind of fun? $500? $1,000? Well, moneybags, you can just put your money away and save it for another day because Chicago Winter Dance is free, free, free. Just like all the best things in life. There's always so much going on in Chicago, there's no way I could fit it all in the sauce, but you can follow my daily updates and tweets on Facebook and Twitter for moment-to-moment action in Chi-Town. And speaking of Twitter, let's hear the tweets of the week. Huge red carpet Oscar party going down at the Gene Siskel, Sunday, March 7th with host Amanda Puck. Start planning now. Live the fairy tale. Cinderella is waiting for you at the Joffrey Ballet. Hurry, she turns into a pumpkin in March. Make your reservations now. Recording artist Carl Fisher will be performing 2 sets at the Joint, Friday, March 5th. For tweets, links, and more information about anything in the sauce, head over to JenChicago.com. That's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to make time for what's really important, and you are the only one who knows what that is. In the words of our fellow Chicagoan Oprah, the whole point of being alive is to evolve into the complete person you were intended to be. So have a great week, evolve, and of course,